My name is Ibrahim Olawale, and I'm the author of two books. First one being a chapbook. It's called The Prisoner of Love. Of Love. It's just more of poetry of about love and how people in love would always. What it feel, what it see, or what it feels being in love. My second book, which I'm going to talk about mostly, is about the pandemic. It's called Living in a Void. It literally talks about how the pandemic affects and the lockdown affects our lives, basically. It basically talks about what the experiences were during the pandemic, during COVID periods, during the pandemic. So it talks about the lockdown, how how it affects our mental health, how it affects the family, how it affects our love's life, our love life, and how it affects us as a people, as countries, and the economy, and the global economy, basically. That's what the mostly the book is about. It really talks about how it affected the human world, and also it talks about how you know how the essence or how we live through the essence of boredomness and loneliness, and how we can now live to maximize all of those as well as human. So he discussed about the book also lay emphasis on based on how being lonely or how the pandemic has affected the mental health of people. Uh, how we moved from what the norms used to be before into a new normal where people have to work remotely or will have to wear face masks. I mean, it literally talks about the bad experiences of how people lost their lives to something that we probably cannot till now maybe define the cause of it. So that's what the book is about. So it talks about how the virus was traced out. The first outbreak came out in China, and also, I mean, most part. It's also talk about the various steps each government of the world took in trying to contain and also try to maximize productivity and creativity within the lockdown period, and how humans or people were able to live with themselves, how they were able to find themselves, how they were able to know themselves better, how our family, our relationship felt. The positive and the negative impact of the lockdown with families, or between families, between loved ones, how we're able to cope with the stress of being together in a particular space, or how they also enjoyed the company of being together within a space during the lockdown. So yeah, it talks about the economic crisis of the world, how people were laid off, and how people saw opportunities during the lockdown to get employed, and also to start new or to spring up new businesses that have made a lot of income and affected a lot of people in terms of employment, and how um, new products came up, just like the platform we're using now, Zoom, Netflix, how they became prominent within the industry. So it talks about the new normal and how we've been able to, adapt to new things that we've learned. Also, the reasons behind writing all of this down is just to also be able to tell the story to generations to come, to understand what it felt like, or how we actually felt like during the pandemic. Yeah, these books are available on Amazon. It's easily purchased over there. And then if you, I'm going to leave my email or my contact details on the chat group, just so I can be reached at any time. Thank you.